Hi everybody, it's Trinita and I am here at this lovely Centennial Park, and today is Victoria Day. Well, tomorrow's Victoria Day, but I am just so honored. We're getting ready for our family challenge coming up the 22nd, 23rd and 25th. And as I've been out here, we have been seeing so many families having fun together, just encouraging each other, building each other up. And I am just so honored to meet this amazing family of a mom named Naomi. And can you say hi, Naomi?
Hi.
And this is Sophia, her daughter, and this is Emily. And we had a good conversation just a few seconds ago as we were talking about just, you know, different things that happen in school systems and bullying that happens. And I would like to just share with you, Sophia, first. This little one has an amazing voice. And we were talking about pushing and how you were saying that sometimes play fighting, like play pushing, people don't realize how that can be sensitive and it can hurt, right? Can you just explain to the people maybe what you meant by that?
It's like toothpaste. Like if you push someone and like you squeeze out the toothpaste and like they won't come back in. Like you can't forgive them.
Oh, okay. It's like toothpaste. So when you squeeze it,
Like it won't come back in.
it won't come back in.
Can't go back. You
It
can't,
can't go back.
You can't take it
You
back.
can't take it back, exactly. So then what do you think we need to do? So if someone pushes you, but they're your friend, what would you recommend that we could do to try to let them know how we felt about something like that?
Like tell them sorry and tell them like I never meant that like to happen and I never meant to like push you so hard and make you fall.
So having the other person apologize, right? Awesome. That's so good, Sophia. Awesome. And do you think it's important for you, the one who's receiving that they might not even know how you feel, to maybe tell them? Do you think it's good to kind of say, hey, this is how it made me feel? Do you think that's healthy? Awesome. Awesome. So what would be one thing, Sophia, that you would like to see in regards to having a healthy family? We talked about communication earlier, right? Is there anything else that you'd like to see happen, having a healthy family?
No saying bad words to anybody.
Say no bad words to anybody. That is so good, guys. If you're out there, and if any of you say bad words to your family, it's time to surrender. Says Sophia. Yes, very true, and not saying bad words to each other. That's so good, Sophia. Thank you for sharing. What about you, Naomi? What would be, as a mom, you know, in seeing what's happening in our time and our generation in the schools, you being a mom and caring for your children and your precious niece, what would be one thing that you would like to see happen and encourage maybe other families on how they can become healthy families and live in harmony?
I think families should be able to communicate more, have more time to talk about what's going on in each other's life. You know, be open and honest and having a good relationship with each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So communication, talk more,
Yeah.
right? And what was the last one? Spend more time.
Spend more time.
Spend more time. Okay.
Have a
Honest
good relationship.
Honest relationship.
Honest relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Respectful to everyone.
Respectful. Okay. That is so good. That is so good. Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. That's awesome. And Naomi, she reminds me a little bit of Ruth. She's definitely came alongside this precious gem. Emily, right?
Yeah.
Emily. She came alongside Emily to support her, and I am just so touched because Emily reminds me of me in a way. I lived on my own at 15, and Emily went through some hardships too, and she has a great story to tell in time when it's your time to share. But you mentioned something, Emily, that is really concerning to me. And this is something I've not heard of before. I mean, we all know what bullying is like, but what is one of the forms of bullying that's happening right now that we need to take a good look at? And I'll let you start with that.
Right now, there's a lot of, so kids call it roast battles.
Roast
And so they basically go at each other where they're insulting each other basically and talking about other people's parents and stuff and calling them names, and then when they're done, nobody can tell on each other because they're both roasting, and they say that it's like an unspoken rule in roasting battles where you guys are both saying stuff. So if you go and tell a teacher now, you guys are both gonna get in trouble. That's why they don't tell a teacher, because you guys were both doing it, and they don't want to get in trouble, right?
Right. And the hardest part about that is
When they go home.
they go home, but they also suffer in silence because they feel they can't tell anybody, right?
Yeah, and like when they go home, they're thinking about what their friends said, and it's just the stuff that goes through some kids' minds. It could be really dangerous too, right?
Right, right. So do you know of any friends, or have you experienced that yourself?
I only know this because some of my friends, it's happened to them. Like a lot of people I know have gone into roast battles, and like they're roasting each other. And then after later, when you talk to them when they're like at home, when you're on call, and they're thinking about that and they're feeling insecure, right? And it's just not. It's very toxic.
It is very toxic. So how, if you have a friend who is dealing with a roast battle and they have like a clique or a group, and they want to pull you in, you're obviously going to say no way.
Yeah, no.
Right. But what are some ways we could help another young person who's dealing with that? Anything that you could suggest?
See, there's different ways. So like roast battles, like it could be like just two people and they're just roasting each other. But then when it's happening, like people crowd around, and then you get scared to back up, right? Because then they're gonna call you names and be like, "Oh, you're a chicken. You can't stand up for yourself." But see, before the crowd gets there, I would say to just ignore them
Okay.
and just be like, "Leave me alone." Like stop them, and if they don't stop, then you tell somebody, because there's no crowd. Like you're not gonna be, because that's what most kids are afraid of. Other people coming and calling them
Yeah.
chicken. Oh, you can't fight for yourself
Exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So like before it gets to that point,
Right.
just tell them I don't want to do this, and no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and a lot of times they might even try to
And-
push you to do that.
Yeah, some
This
people
is
gang
what-
up on you. Like they would come up like with their friends behind them and be like, they start picking a fight with you, and then sometimes it turns into like physical fights, and they're actually fighting instead of like a roast battle.
Right.
It could turn so bad.
And it could really cause a lot of damage. And so, if there's a young person or a family out there, this might touch some lives in a family home right now. And so, it's really important in a case like that to go to a leader,
Yeah.
right? And to go speak to a Naomi or a mom or a dad or somebody or teacher.
Yeah, but the thing is, some kids don't have that communication in their family.
Right.
Like they can't go to a parent. And some teachers, I feel like some teachers, they're actually against some of the students, and I've seen it happen where a teacher would just don't care, and they would just walk away and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like it's also the teacher's responsibility,
Yes.
because you're in a school. It's your responsibility to take care of kids and to make sure that they're okay. And if they come and bring a problem, you're supposed to help them solve it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Teachers just ignore students.
Wow,
And stuff.
wow. This is really good, Emily, because I have been literally talking about this before. You know what they call that? That's called emotional abuse, really. And it's easy to hit somebody, but when you're emotionally abusing somebody and you can't prove that pain, this becomes a real problem. I've watched our Indigenous families, and myself growing up, I saw this. But seeing our Indigenous young people struggle, we have to come to a place, precious ones, where we can put a stop to that. And so by you sharing is absolutely huge, because it's going to help somebody out there. I know that for a fact. And so I just want to thank you for that, because we need to find strategies. What would be, at least you said, go, tell them to say, leave me alone if a person's in the middle of that.
So I have
Say
a 1, 2, 3 rule.
Okay,
So
I love this.
So you
Brilliant.
tell them to stop.
Yeah,
If they don't stop, you ask them one more time, and if they still don't stop, then you go to a teacher.
okay.
1, 2, 3. Tell them one time, they don't listen. You tell them a second time.
Okay,
Third time, then you go to a teacher.
okay. Now, if the teacher doesn't listen,
Teacher doesn't listen, I usually go to somebody higher. I would go to the principal. If the principal doesn't listen, then I would go to my mom or an adult that I know outside of the school.
right?
And then some people would go to the board and report it to them that this student got into a fight, and nobody did anything. Then they went and complained to the teacher. The teacher didn't do anything. They went to the principal didn't do anything. and then you go to the board, and you just report that there's a principal that's not doing anything for
Right.
their students, teachers aren't doing anything,
Right.
and there's kids getting hurt.
Right. Okay. You are awesome, girl. This girl is gonna be a leader. What's your passion? Tell me your passion. What's your passion?
Well, I love taking care of kids. I've taken kids all of my life.
Wow, it's very
So-
evident.
So it's just, I'm always around children. I just love hanging out with them and stuff. I've always wanted to go and work in like a daycare and start my own daycare and stuff.
Oh wow. Okay. 16, you want to start your own daycare, girl. I'm calling it in existence. We're gonna pray for Emily. She's gonna start her own daycare. And awesome. That is so amazing. What's your passion, young Stephanie? Sophia? What's one thing you've always wanted to do when you grow up?
I wanted to be a teacher
You want to be a teacher. Nice. And why do you want to be a teacher?
because I like teaching and teaching math, language, science.
Wow. Amazing.
She likes helping her little brother a lot, right?
Yeah, you got a little bro? Nice. Awesome. Well, you'll have to teach me some language. I'd like to learn. What kind of language?
Like a spelling test.
Like, what's that?
Like a spelling test.
Okay.
So like our teacher, like there's words on a paper, she writes down, and then like multiplication, and then we have to try and write it down. If we get it wrong, then she just like marks it like an X, and then
Okay.
write it side.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's awesome. Wow. So teacher, childcare, ECE teacher, worker. She actually wants to be an entrepreneur. She wants to own her own place one day. And you are, what do you do, Mom?
I actually have my own cleaning business.
Oh, wow.
Commercial cleaning business.
Amazing. You know, some of the greatest entrepreneurs have started off doing cleaning businesses and they started rising up to be great millionaires.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So I just want to thank you guys. Can everybody say thank you to the people? And we are just so grateful. And we just want to say Happy Victoria Day. Now, I want you to remember May 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. www.riseandrestoreacademy.com, and we're looking forward to doing a free family challenge to encourage your family. We love you guys so much. Keep up the great work and have an amazing week. Take care. Bye for now. Okay.